Hello everybody. Today let's talk about decentralized exchange. I think we have been familiar with centralized exchange very much. If we want to exchange our assets such as stocks, futures, cryptocurrencies, we need to contact centralized exchange. And we create an account under them. And then we grant them to do transactions behalf of us. The process is quite simple. Centralized exchange holds our funds and manages our accounts. But it brings a problem because without a high reputation, how can they be trusted by us? And how can they be granted to do transactions behalf of us? We cannot trust them without a high reputation, right? So reputation is necessary to get grants from us. It's unfair to small financial institutions because how can they get reputation in just a very short-term period? Just a started up exchange cannot get reputation as well. So it's unfair to small financial institutions. But nowadays, everything changed. Even small financial institutions can do the same thing as the traditional centralized exchanges do. Because of the invention of blockchain and the smart contracts. With the tech of blockchain and the smart contracts, all the accounts are segregated, and the small financial institutions can serve as an arbiter. They will not manage the accounts. They will not hold our funds as well. What they do is just to sign to approve our proposals to transfer funds. So under this mode, everything becomes more secure. We call this kind of institutions as decentralized exchange. Okay, so what we need to do necessarily is just to set up our escrow accounts with a higher threshold. The higher threshold needs to get multiple signatures to permit the transactions to transfer funds. In traditional mode, if we want to transfer funds, the centralized exchange just need one signature to permit the transaction. But under this mode, we need multiple signatures to permit the transaction. Let's see an example. If Mark wants to exchange his 1 Bitcoin with Monica's $10,000, and first of all, they need to communicate with each other and decide the price to exchange. And after that, both of them need to transfer their funds to their escrow accounts separately. Mark transfer his 1 Bitcoin to Mark's escrow account. Monica transfer her $10,000 to her escrow account. And after that, they propose a transaction to transfer their funds. This proposal will be notified to the decentralized exchange. And after that, Mark and the decentralized exchange both sign for the proposal to permit the transaction to transfer 1 Bitcoin to Monica's account. And Monica and the decentralized exchange sign to approve the proposal to transfer $10,000 from Monica's escrow account to Mark's account. And after all the signatures are got, the exchange will be done. So the process is more complicated than the traditional mode. But under this mode, small institutions can join and to serve as decentralized exchange. So it make more opportunities to small institutions. But we can find actually this mode is not so realistic because Mark and Monica need to be always online because they need to communicate with each other and they need to decide the price. So it's not that realistic. So now I designed a new business process to simplify the process. Now the escrow accounts just need one signature, just need one approval to permit the transactions. Let's see how it works. First, Mark check the order book instead of communicating with Monica, and he just need to check the order book and make the decision to transfer funds. And after that, he transfer 1 Bitcoin to his escrow account. And then he propose a transaction and notify decentralized exchange to approve. And after that, decentralized exchange approves this transaction to transfer the 1 Bitcoin to decentralized exchange. And Monica will do the same thing separately. And after all these things are done, decentralized exchange check all the process are done successfully, and then decentralized exchange transfer $10,000 to Mark's account and transfer 1 Bitcoin to Monica's account separately. So under this mode, escrow account just requires one signature to permit the transaction. Maybe you will think it's less secure. Yes, that's right, it's less secure. But because all these accounts are segregated, so the total credit risk is still very low. So small financial institutions can join this business process as well. Okay, so let's see how we can do on Fintechee platform.